Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cloud Business Applications keynote at Interconnect 2015. Please welcome Chief Marketing Officer, IBM Cloud, Nancy Pearson.
Okay, so welcome and good morning. It's proven to be an interesting morning already. And as you can see, we have a technical problem with our screen, and we're going to all keep our fingers crossed that it'll come back soon. But we figured since you've been so kind to be here this morning that we're going to get started. We've got a great set of capabilities around digital transformation that we want to share with you. So I hope you had a great day yesterday and were able to leverage some of the interesting sessions and keynotes that we had all day yesterday. And you'll notice that Robert mentioned that 45% of the attendees that are here at this conference have never been to an IBM conference before. So one of the things I want to do is just start out with how many of you have not been to an IBM conference before? Raise your hand. Okay, so maybe not 45% in this room, but maybe about 25%. So that's good. So anyway, we are very excited to have you here, and I hope that you are enjoying yourselves. Today's a great opportunity for you to learn about IBM and our ecosystem of partners. We're going to explore digital transformation and what that really means to you, what that means to us, and how we can help you really facilitate your digital transformation to grow your business. So personally, I have never experienced in the history of my information technology career the number of forces really driving change, and not just change from a business perspective, but really change from a personal perspective in terms of every one of our roles. And so this is a great opportunity to really learn about, well, what does that mean? What does digital transformation mean to me? How am I going to disrupt versus be disrupted? So we're going to talk about thinking digitally, acting digitally, and transforming digitally. In terms of thinking digitally, though, what does that really mean? It really means that you have to understand that clients are in the driver's seat. They're driving a lot of this disruptive change. And what we need to do is be able to demonstrate that we understand them and that we can deliver how they want to consume our services or to engage with us. And we have to deliver rich experiences that demonstrate that we understand who they are, and that we know something about them. And so that fundamentally changes a lot of either IBM's business processes and your business processes as well. So, I'll tell you a little bit of a story about a recent meeting that I had with a client, a very large aerospace client. Many of you probably travel on this airline a lot. And their managing director asked me, come and talk to them about cloud, because I've been trying to talk to them about cloud, and they keep asking me questions like, what workloads do I need to move? Is it about cost? And so I met with the team, and it was, their entire leadership in their data center and their application vice president and CIO. And I was talking to them about cloud. And they said, well, tell us a little bit more about, your experience at IBM and, what capabilities you have. And I said, well, it's really about disruption, and it's really about innovation. And I said, I'm pretty familiar with your business, and in fact, I have one of your mobile apps on my phone. And, I said, I'm just wondering, are you satisfied with that? And are you doing anything to really innovate, especially around the competition? Because in the aerospace industry, it's highly competitive. And so they said, no, not really. We've been talking about maybe moving certain workloads. And I said, so for example, are you at all threatened by companies like Uber or Fitbit? And I talked a little bit about Uber in particular. And he said, no, absolutely not. I said, well, the Uber model, and especially where I come from in New York, they're not just an alternate taxi cab services. They're actually delivering services to people's houses. So they're innovating on their business model. They're changing. They're not stuck in a particular industry lens. And they're experimenting and they're trying new things to increase their revenue stream, but leveraging a similar type of service infrastructure. So I said, in the airline industry, and we heard a really great story from Citi yesterday, they're in the banking business. But how did they create that JointPay app to actually engage clients in meaningful ways around things clients are trying to do as it relates to their finances? And so there was the same concept that I shared with this airline industry. And I said, you could be providing adjacent services that get more people to choose you because you're more convenient. You have a car service associated with your business. You have this type of service associated with your business. It's not just about getting from point A to point B. Totally lost on in this conversation. So I think a lot of people are struggling with that. They're not realizing that this is an opportunity to think fundamentally about your business differently. And how can you associate adjacent services to actually expand your revenue stream? Because that gets you closer to your client. Everyone needs to have a personal relationship with their client. A lot of large industries are struggling. Well, what does that mean to me? How do I do that? So anyway, little story there. So we need to act digitally. That's the next thing. We need to act differently, work differently. Business processes require speed, agility, and really insight from analytics. So how are you infusing analytics into your business process? That's a lot of the reinvention going on today. So we need to innovate at startup speed, and cloud really enables this. That's why we're talking about it, and that's what we're going to explore today. We also need to transform digitally, right? We're all in this major transformation, and if you're not feeling a certain sense of disruption, then you're probably not thinking right about the opportunities in front of you. How are you creating new revenue streams? It's really IT without boundaries. And in some cases, it's much more fluid and distributed in the environment that we're talking about. In this environment, developers need a platform for innovation. We're seeing that data moves to the application can move to the data. All of this is happening in front of the client or close to the client and where the actual engagement happens. That changes the way you think about your infrastructure. And that's what the new hybrid cloud is really about. That's what we're talking about. We started talking about that yesterday, and hopefully you've seen a common thread through a lot of the sessions that you've attended already. So what we're talking about is engaging and innovating in the cloud. We're going to have a lot of fun exploring this concept over the next 40 minutes. And our clients are really asking us questions. How do I get started? What does it really mean to me? And how do I get the full value out of cloud? So we know that over 70% of decisions are made, purchase decisions are made prior to actually as a vendor engaging with clients. 70%. How is that happening? It's happening because they're exploring digitally and they're doing the evaluation of your product or service against somebody else's, and they have a lot of opportunity to do that in different ways. So they're already coming to some conclusions before you ever even touch them. And especially new clients, especially if you're looking to go outside your core client base where you may not have a face-to-face seller, this digital world is where the opportunity is. And on cloud, social, mobile, big data, and analytics is 100% of the growth spend. So it's a huge opportunity for every business. They want to explore on their own. And what we're going to talk about is self-service and self-selection. And we're going to show you some examples of how that's done. So what IBM has done to really capitalize on this digital transformation is we're focusing very much on providing different environments for clients to engage with us outside of our traditional face-to-face sales model. So what we did back in, I think it was the end of the first quarter last year, is we introduced the IBM Cloud Marketplace. And the IBM Cloud Marketplace is a digital experience. It has over 400 services from IBM and third parties. And there are a variety of areas. We have software as a service solutions. We also have access to Bluemix, which is our development platform with a number of APIs, a rich bed of APIs, and then also access to SoftLayer so that if you're building an application, you can deploy it on SoftLayer. So this is what our cloud marketplace encompasses. And really what it is it's kind of like a library or a laboratory. People come there and we actually can see, because it's digital, we can see their behavior. We know where they're going. We know what they're clicking on. We know what they like. We know where they spend time. And I'm telling you, we have learned so much about reaching out to this new buyer on their terms. And so we're transforming ourselves, and we're going to get really good at this type of an environment so that we're delivering our capabilities on their terms. And I think everyone is going to need to think about that in some way as it relates to your business. So we've talked about thinking digitally, acting digitally, and transforming digitally. So during the rest of this hour, we're going to hear stories from peers on their experiences leveraging the services within the cloud marketplace. And then we're going to have a fun experience, if we get our screen back, we're going to have a fun experience, we have some demonstrations for you, and we'll use the digital journey of a startup business to actually take you through how clients are doing this today and how they're innovating within their own business structure. And so we're going to learn how they're building their business and how they're innovating their business process as part of that digital startup. So first, let's take a look at 3 very different businesses and what they're doing to either disrupt their traditional business or be disruptors in their industry. So first, the first one that I wanted to talk about is Comdata. Now, they're in the financial services industry, payroll, credit card services, and they also have fleet management. Their challenge was that they really needed to improve their fleet management operations. And so what they did is they joined forces with a business partner, PointSource, who I actually met with yesterday, a phenomenal business that really is not only in the mobile app development space, but they also are very much an innovator in attaching very innovative marketing campaigns and capabilities to that and delivering that to their clients. Again, they explained to me, we're not just going to fit into the box of a traditional type of partner. And I'm seeing that across the board where people are breaking out of the traditional box of their industry definition of their business and pulling other capabilities in because clients want to come and have a variety of services to make the engagement process what they want it to be. So their challenge was that they wanted to increase their fleet services operations. They joined with PointSource. And they created an innovative application that helps drivers really understand more about the decisions that they need to make in real time out in market. So they used a combination of the mobile first platform and Cloudant to really build this very, very innovative app. And their results were a 57% decrease in their application development and deployment time. So again, speed and agility is a big part of innovation because you may have heard over and over and over again here, it's better to try to do something really different and fail fast and then innovate and do it again, as opposed to wait and be disrupted by somebody else who's moving faster than you are. So the next client that I wanted to talk about is FreshDirect, and some of you may be familiar with that. They're a leading online grocer, and they reach out to over 600,000 clients. And what they wanted to do is they're in a very competitive environment, if they're in a service business, and they wanted a meaningful way to segment the industry so that they can actually reach their customers across a multi-channel environment and do it in a way with insight. Do it in a way that they understood what that client wants and needs. And again, they have a lot of rich information to do this. So what they were able to do is they created a unique one-to-one marketing approach because they have a lot of information on their clients' preferences, and they leveraged IBM Digital Analytics to really capture more sales and grow. This is all about growth. That's what we're talking about. Innovating to grow. And so these insights created new business opportunities and services for them that they were then able to build and deploy. So the third one is Princess Cruise Lines. And they're the 3rd largest cruise line in the world, carrying over 2 million passengers a year. Their challenge was to expand into Asia, into this new market, with the right employee onboarding tools. This was one of their challenges. Again, they have a moving office, essentially, in terms of their business model. The approach that they used was to leverage IBM Connections Cloud, and they were able to bring workers online in a very collaborative way in these emerging countries much faster than they would have in leveraging any other traditional tool. And what they found was that they were able to reduce the time to onboard employees from 4 months to 2 days. That was a 99% improvement. So here are just some examples, and I'm sure you could think of many on your own, hopefully in the business that you're in or in the services that you provide as a partner. So we're going to have, we're going to talk one more time about another business, Safeguard International. And we're going to see how, they're really a disruptor within their own industry. These shifts that we're talking about are playing out across the board. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to challenge you to think, while Cynthia and I talk, I want you to think about what you could be doing within your own industry. So first, I want to welcome Cynthia Foster from Safeguard up on the stage. She's Global Vice President of Client Services, and we're going to have a little chat about her business. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, great to be here.
So Cynthia, I just recently heard that you were recently identified as one of the top 100 growing businesses in the United Kingdom.
That's true, that's exactly right. We've also been recently recognized by Gartner as a disruptor in our market as well.
Excellent. So why don't you first of all say a little bit more about your company so you can introduce
Sure.
yourself to the group here.
Sure. Safeguard World International is a global leader in global managed payroll as well as global employment outsourcing. We use an in-country partner network that enables us to provide services in 165 countries.
Excellent. So we've been talking about these disruptive forces, things like bringing decision making to the edge, the broad ecosystem and how you can leverage the ecosystem to innovate, as well as redefining your business processes. So tell me a little bit about some of the things that you're doing to address some of these challenges or trends in the market.
Right. So because we were so fast growing, we found ourselves having to be innovative around a number of things, not only standardizing and scaling the processes that we had in place, but also supplementing our infrastructure using cloud technology. So we embrace cloud technology to help us go faster and help us implement the processes and tools that were necessary to serve the clients that were coming into our market.
Excellent. So what are some of the specific things that you did to implement, that you actually implemented to help you?
Right. So the tool set that we chose in order to support our processes and our new methodologies in implementation were the IBM Connections Cloud, as well as Trilogs Project Exec to enable us to implement our projects in a fashion that enabled us to be collaborative, enabled us to have real-time access to important information in terms of project status across the board. It also put us into a scenario where we weren't dependent on individuals for information. We were able to have that self-service access to that information as well. And as a result of that implementation, which, by the way, we did in 30 days. So implemented that tool set and that methodology in 30 days. We have clients that implemented with us prior to that tool set and then also continued into implementations after that tool set was implemented with us. And they say that it is just night and day in terms of their access to information, in terms of feeling confident in our process, and not feeling so dependent specifically on individuals, but feeling that they actually had a place in our process.
That's excellent. So it sounds like these tools that were implemented helped with agility, and then also helped, increase confidence, but also gave an environment for access to information much more in real time.
Yes, and in addition to that, we were able to reduce our cycle time and implementation in many projects by 20%, which speeds our time to revenue as well.
Excellent. So it sounds like it's working, though. If you're one of the fastest growing businesses, then you're on the right track.
We are indeed.
Well, terrific. I'm glad that you were able to share this story with us, Cynthia. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancy.
Nice job. All right, so we've been talking about digital transformation, business process reinvention, application, what that means to our applications and how we create more engaging experiences and touch points with clients. And so now what we wanted to do is share with you a great experience and demonstrate some of the things that we've been talking about, these types of services that are available in the cloud marketplace and available out in the industry. So what we're going to do is have some fun and experience the digital journey and transformation of a startup. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to invite our guest chef, Jay Baer, to take us through how he's growing his business, and we're calling that Stratus Cafe, and what type of things that he's doing to be able to create those personalized experiences for his client base and leverage analytics to do that. So, Chef Jeff Bear.
Hello, hello. How are you?
How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for having me out here.
And I think you're going to also be a magician, right?
I am not going to be a magician.
Because you might have to do some kind of hand movements to get our...
I'll do whatever I can. So yes, I traded in yesterday's crazy blue suit for this white coat. And for purposes of today's presentation, I am the executive chef of the World Food Corporation. We are looking to pioneer a new eatery concept, and we want to test it with a pop-up restaurant that we are calling, as Nancy just said, the Stratus Cafe. Now, if you're not familiar, pop-up restaurants are temporary restaurants. It's a great way to test out new ideas, new cuisine types. A lot of times they're driven by social media, and they're really fantastic for experimenting because they have a predetermined sort of short-term lifespan, right? So we're going to run it for a little while, see what lessons we learn, and then incorporate those lessons into our larger business. We learn a lot from those type of pop-up restaurant opportunities. Now, of course, all good businesses, even temporary businesses, must have an outstanding foundation. And especially in a massively, massively competitive industry like the Las Vegas restaurant business, I think there's 22 restaurants right here at Mandalay Bay alone, we really have to understand our target audience. We need to understand what kind of restaurant should we create and where should that restaurant be located. So what we're going to do is use IBM Watson Analytics to help make those decisions, to minimize risk and maximize our chances of success. And to get us started down that track, please welcome Thomas Dong from IBM. And there he is.
All right, thank you, Chef Jay. All right, so in this demonstration, I'll be using Watson Analytics, a powerful new cloud analytics service designed for business users like Chef Jay to help him design his new restaurant concept. Now, you'll be using the data discovery and exploration capabilities of Watson Analytics to help Chef Jay determine which cuisine Stratus Cafe should serve and where to locate his new restaurant. Now, I've begun here by importing a few years' worth of Las Vegas restaurant data. Check this out, Chef Jay. Even before starting our analysis, Watson Analytics has automatically highlighted the most interesting patterns and facts contained within the data. So if we aren't exactly sure which questions we should be asking, we're guided towards some great starting points. This built-in cognitive intelligence helps immediately jumpstart any analysis. But my objective is clear. What I want to do is understand the number of restaurants by cuisine type over a year. All right, Watson Analytics made this pretty easy. I simply typed in the question I wanted to ask of my data. Watson Analytics not only returns the most relevant answer to our question, but also other suggested questions to review as well, inspiring new ideas along the way. In fact, one of our customers, Mueller, a steel manufacturer, tells it gives them more detailed analysis to support decisions all in minutes. Now, I'll grab the most relevant insight to my question here in the top left. And Watson Analytics has studied the underlying data and recognized that since this insight contains trend data, it should automatically present the results in a line chart. And so in a matter of seconds, I've been able to uncover that there are fewer Asian restaurants in Las Vegas, and this underserved market could be a potential opportunity. Also along the top, notice this strip of tiny infographics highlighting other interesting facts about restaurants in Vegas that I could use to guide my analysis further. But at this point, I already know where I need to dig deeper. Let me refine my original question now, as I want to understand the number of restaurants by location and price range. This will help us identify both our customers' willingness to pay and an ideal location for our pop-up. You can see this time, Watson Analytics has determined that the best visualization is a column chart. And I can see that the majority of restaurants are either downtown or on the Strip. But what if I now filter this by Asian restaurants? Now I see that there are fewer Asian restaurants on the Strip here compared to either downtown or North Las Vegas, while the existing Asian restaurants are generally a little pricier. This suggests that if we want to serve Asian food, there's an opportunity available on the Strip, assuming we don't price it too high. Is this enough to go on, Chef Jay?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, just a couple of clicks, and now we have this whole analysis. It would also be interesting to know, though, not just in terms of what restaurants are out there, but what's the social media chatter around those different kinds of restaurants here in Las Vegas?
That is a great idea. Let me enhance my analysis then and look for now the number of Twitter mentions by cuisine type. All right, so this should help us get a gauge of social sentiment of the Las Vegas restaurant scene. And what immediately pops out...
Those are tweets within the Las Vegas area
Absolutely.
Or worldwide?
This is within the Las Vegas area to supplement my local restaurant data. And see here immediately what pops out. I probably wasn't even looking for this. You know, you see that Cajun Creole restaurant, talk of the town. All right, so let me take this new insight and modify my previous chart and filter now by Cajun Creole restaurant and see what we get. So now it looks like there are a number of pricey Cajun options downtown and on the Strip. But I actually want to get a better view now by price range. So let me change the visualization to a tree map. And what I want to do now is size my instead of by restaurant count, let me size by Twitter mentions per week and see what we get here. So the relatively equal size of the boxes suggests to me that people are talking about Cajun Creole restaurants regardless of the location within Vegas. But the length of the top bar here suggests that more people are talking about these moderately priced Cajun restaurants in the $15
to $25
range.
Okay, I can work with that.
So to recap, leveraging restaurant and social data, I've uncovered an underserved market looking for Asian restaurants on the Strip, while Cajun restaurants in Vegas are the talk of the town. So thanks to Watson Analytics, we've validated an innovative new concept for a pop-up restaurant, moderately priced Cajun Asian fusion cuisine located on the Strip.
Just that easy. Thomas, thanks a lot.
Right,
so
thanks,
apparently we have identified Cajun Asian fusion as the theme for our new pop-up restaurant right here on the fabulous Las Vegas Strip. It is a concept that we simply would not have found without Watson Analytics because, you know, it's not like there's Cajun Asian places on every corner. So we're using science plus social feedback to maximize our chances for success. Now, the next thing we have to do, of course, is find great people to work in this restaurant. Let's take a look at how IBM's Cloud Marketplace can help us find local, experienced, fantastic staff. We're looking for people who, of course, have restaurant experience, but who also have the right personality for this sort of lighthearted and fun concept, modestly priced here on the Strip. Mario Del Angel from IBM is going to show us how to find those people. And there he is. Mario, how are you?
Thank you, Jay. Well, let's see what I can do to help you identify and hire the best possible talent for your new restaurant. IBM Talent Insights is my go-to tool to analyze all my HR data. It's so easy to use because it instantly understands the language HR teams use, such as turnover rate and time to fill. Talent Insights takes IBM Watson and applies it to HR. It's been trained to understand our terminology and needs. And because it's powered by Watson Analytics, I can pose my questions in natural language and get answers directly. So let's see what possible pool of employees we might have available. Now, as I type, the answers are suggested to me directly. And I can actually look at the responses and see the options available for visualization. And as I can see here, there's a tree viewed mode, so I'm going to select that. As Watson crunches the answer for me and presents it, we now have 57 possible servers in Nevada in our pool.
Those are servers that are within our World Food Corporation. It's not the public, it's our own.
Absolutely, it's what we know about ourselves. But now I need to discover which ones to hire. Talent Insights is so smart about my data that it actually provides recommendations proactively. I love how it provides related correlations directly in the ribbon here. And as I suspected, it looks like our servers are the most responsible for ticket size. Our servers are the best masters at selling and upselling. And look at this, at the top ribbon, Talent Insights does it again. It points out other related correlations. And one of them here, it says that it looks like Las Vegas is by far the city with the largest ticket size anywhere else.
I think everybody's experienced that already, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it definitely looks like Las Vegas is the right place we picked. So now that I know great servers will help us succeed, but what makes a great server? I can take the analysis even further and look at the relationships between client and size and certain skills. We use IBM's Workforce Sciences and have asked applicants to complete the online behavioral test that gives us a reliable measure of their traits. IBM Workforce Science assessment solutions are among the leaders worldwide, and we test over 40 million people annually. In this case, our research has said that a person's sociability or social score will predict their performance as a server. McDonald's UK uses a similar approach to identify their best talent.
Now, that's not their social media score, like how good they are at Twitter. This is sort of their sociable personality.
That is correct, how friendly they might be. So now I can use Talent Insights to ask a different question based on the information we discovered earlier. Now, as you can see again, asking a question is very easy because it can anticipate and help me build my question. And again, the answers that it provides as a suggestion include other options right below. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and select the bubble view. Now, the bubble view shown here is very helpful in visualizing my data. Each bubble is a job applicant with their ticket size mapped to their social score. So now I can clearly see which applicants I need to focus our hiring efforts on. It's those with social scores above 50. So next, I'm going to go to my hiring module in IBM Talent Suite to start the hiring process. From my dashboard, I have a complete summary of all my recruiting activity, interviews, offers, pending requisitions, pending approvals, and other related activity. Since I know that we need since I know what kind of search we need to run, I can run that powerful search directly from here. Now we know we needed to look at servers, and we know we needed to look at servers with a social score on the high end of the scale. So as I select my filter options and apply it, the system will provide back the results directly here. Now, from the list of candidates, I can quickly select all or as many as I want, and with a single click, make offers and get them started in the hiring process immediately. So let's fast forward in time and look at what drives and maintains engagement in our staff. With IBM Connections Cloud, we have created a true online community for the staff to use to share ideas like menus and specials. I can see that the concept community is very active with all staff members using it regularly, allowing all members to share their points of view on where we can do better to improve. You've already heard today how Safeguard World International are using this to collaborate on a global scale. We also do a number of different things. For example, Associate Pulse. The continuous listening we do here with our Pulse surveys lets us know quickly if employee engagement drops off. Having this visibility allows us to take action quickly. In this same solution, employees have a way to share new ideas and suggestions. Jay, does this make sense?
I think it does. Two things, Mario. One, can we set it up so that if anybody has a suggestion like we want a different executive chef, that can just be filtered out of the data before it gets to me? That would be amazing.
It's been taken care of.
Thank you. And second, how do I know, if people are making recommendations and suggestions, how do I know which ones people like which ones graduate or win?
Well, the users do it by voting. Let me show you. We have some great ideas here, and one specifically that has actually graduated. The graduation of this idea means that enough votes were made by the team to take it to the next stage. So let's see what that means. When an idea graduates, it can spin off into more detailed activity to do things like make sure the ingredients are available from a local source. Let's look at what assignments have actually been made. It looks like Jasmine has been tasked with checking out local markets for fresh ingredients. In fact, I saw a status update from her earlier that said she is out today using her iPad and to price these ingredients and provide updates to the team instantly. There is also a test recipe activity, and it looks like we have Charles and Julie working on it. So let's see where they are on their document collaboration. Now, I am going to use IBM Docs, part of Connections Cloud S1, to view the changes Charles is working on. Docs allows me and the team to collaborate in real time in various types of documents. And we can do this from any device. So no matter where we are, as a team, we can work together and efficiently. So when Charles logs in and sees his activity, he can see if I'm in the document editing it now, or if I've made any edits at prior times. So basically, we always know who is working on it. So now I see that Charles has opened up the document and made an edit and has asked me for my feedback. So far, after reviewing it, I like what he has put down, and I'm going to post back to him and recommend that he reach out to Julie and let her know so we can get her feedback directly as well. So once I post this, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the community. Now, when I go back to the community, I'm going to go ahead and select the recent updates and view those recent updates. And I can see that Charles has posted the edits we just worked on and has let Julie know via the status update itself. So basically what has taken us days and weeks before now takes us minutes. It's great that we found the right team and started in collaboration to get restaurant off to a good start.
Wow, that is amazing, Mario. Thank you so much. I mean, it's so fast. You know, this is only a pop-up test restaurant, as we mentioned, but if we roll this concept out everywhere, I can really see using this system all the time to find the right people and, of course, reduce employee churn. Mario, thanks very much. So we launched the Stratus Cafe, and the good people here in Sin City were delighted to have a new, possibly the only Asian Cajun restaurant in town. But as with a lot of businesses, it's a challenge to sustain momentum post-launch. So what we need now is a marketing campaign to make sure that people understand the joys of Asian Cajun, or perhaps it should be Cajun Asian. For that marketing campaign, we can use IBM's digital experience. Nicole Carrier from IBM is going to show us how to make that a reality. And there she is. Hello.
Hi, Chef. So what I'm going to show you today is how IBM's digital experience platform can enable Stratus to create a highly engaging and personalized digital experience. Now, this is an experience that will not only excite your customers about the restaurant and drive them to visit, but it will also help you to build deeper customer engagement and loyalty. Now, this is the same technology that's powering thousands and thousands of dynamic omni-channel sites you might already be familiar with today. Masters, Southern California Edison, Wimbledon, and 70% of the Fortune 100 financial services companies. Now, let me show you a little bit of the site in action, which of course is all running in the cloud on SoftLayer. Now, as our customers interact with the site, voting on or submitting new ideas to the restaurant, or letting us know what type of menu items that they prefer for the weekend, the system is aggregating and analyzing all of that information, building up a rich customer profile that we can then use to deliver better customer experiences. For example, based upon what we've already played around with on the site here, we can see a new customized offer. And if we do something fun, like take this poll here, the system is becoming even smarter, delivering us offers that are frankly pretty hard to refuse.
10% off all tofu dishes. That's quite an offer. That's pretty powerful technology, Nicole. It seems to me like this is great that we can do all these polls and voting, but that it's going to be really expensive to have an agency or a consultant to come in and make all these changes all the time.
All right, so that's actually the beauty of this platform, right? So changes, whether it's simple content edits or creating entirely new pages like this, can all be done by business users like you, like me, without having to involve any IT staff. So for example, if we want to go ahead and change this menu description here, let me go, me so hungry.
Aha!
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like the punny menu title.
I love my puns. All right, so anyways, what I also like to show you is that everything is responsive. So you can rest assured that your customers have an intuitive and very easy to use experience regardless of device.
That's slick.
It's pretty cool. All right, so while it's pretty critical you have a responsive site, you might also want to create a mobile app that takes advantage of the native capabilities of the device and supports offline use. So we tab over here to my iPad. This app was built using the IBM Mobile First platform. It enables customers to perform tasks like making a reservation and viewing customized offers. Now, suppose you want to create a new offer. Unfortunately, in many mobile apps today, the content, like you see here, is just hard-coded into the app. This means it can't be dynamically changed or personalized by the business, and it isn't stored in a way that is easy to audit or control. But not anymore. With IBM's upcoming mobile app content management capabilities, business users can drive engagement by enabling users to manage targeted content for both native and hybrid apps, and all without having to involve IT. So let's go ahead, create a new offer. Not sure if you have any suggestions.
An offer. How about an offer using lettuce? I have tons of romaine.
Okay,
So
romaine.
make me a lettuce offer.
Okay, all right.
Salad. Maybe a salad promotion.
All right, I have a brilliant idea. I'm going to create some free salad.
Whoa. I said salad promotion. You instantly go to free salad? I'm trying to run a restaurant
It's
here.
a loss leader. It'll be
A
awesome.
loss leader?
Trust me, it'll be awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I just need to use this
Killing me.
intuitive interface. I'm going to paste in my content. Picking our offer image is actually quite simple using the integrated digital asset management capabilities. So rich media like images and video can be quickly discovered using these powerful faceted search tools. Renditions will automatically create, optimize, and deliver the right size image seamlessly across every channel. In new renditions, they are a snap to create. Business users like myself, we can seamlessly crop, we can rotate, we can resize.
Keep cropping, because if it's going to be a free salad, it's going to be like this big, okay? So smaller picture.
All right.
Postage stamp salad,
Postage
free.
stamp, no problem, we can do that, chef. All right, so content here is actually looking pretty good. So the next thing that we want to do is target that offer, and we're going to just pick our segment here, which is, let's say, vegetarians.
Seems like a good plan.
Good plan. All right. So the next thing we want to do is get the content translated to the right languages. Now, luckily, this can be accomplished with an assist from our friend Watson. So all we have to do here is we're going to pick our desired languages, and underneath the covers, the Watson-powered language identification and translation services that are available on Bluemix will do all the rest. So here we go. Let's preview our content here. And I'm going to pick the language as Spanish.
As Cajun? No.
Cajun. There we go. Check that out.
Ensalada de gracia.
Yeah, all right. Gracias, Watson. So we have the language translated for us. Now let's do one more thing. And what we're going to do here is I want to send a notification to the device. And I know you're going to love this. Check this out. Free salad. Okay. Give that a save. And we're done. So if we tab back over to my desktop, do a little refresh, as you might expect. There we go, sweet. We see the new offer. And if we go back, let me tab over to my iPad, we see the notification that we just created. And there we go. We see the brand new offer. So what do you think? Your brand new, highly personalized, omni-channel digital experience managed by marketers with easy-to-use cloud-based tools and delivering big results for your team.
I think it's pretty remarkable. Even a chef could make that happen, I think.
Yeah.
I don't like the free salad promotion. We can work on that part.
We can work on that, yeah.
Thank you, Nicole. That was so easy. Wasn't that great? So we now have a strong marketing program to support our venture, a marketing program rooted in giving away salads. We have picked our concept and our location, Asian Cajun here in Las Vegas on the Strip. We found great team members. We've developed a marketing plan. We've got a mobile app. We've got push notifications, all this stuff. If we can keep people like you out of the casino, we have a chance of winning with Stratus Cafe, the fantastic Asian Cajun restaurant. Thanks so much to all of our presenters from IBM for showing us how to do it.
Please welcome General Manager, Cloud SaaS Operational Services, IBM, Doug Cox.
Thanks, Jay. That was really awesome. Asian Cajun, right? I mean, that's right up my alley. But with our Stratus Cafe example, we use cloud-based applications to identify new markets and make the right staffing decisions, collaborate on menus, and engage the community in the direction and experience of a business. And as Nancy mentioned earlier, all of these solutions and hundreds more are available on the IBM Cloud Marketplace. And most importantly, they're ready to help you launch your initiatives around what we're trying to do and engage with your clients and really drive insights. An underlying theme here is the value of analytics and absolutely how you can leverage that capability to get the right insights from your clients and help you engage with them. Our next speaker has a great story about how analytics has transformed their business and really helped them engage with clients like me. Now, I've owned a boat for about 10 years, and I tell you, West Marine has been essential to me of keeping me out on the lake and having fun. And so, but unfortunately, one thing that they haven't been able to help me with is to keep up with my son on the wakeboard. So with that, let me welcome Laura Simpson to the stage.
Hello. Our goal is to be the best-in-class website that mirrors the experience of our almost 300 stores. West Marine offers the most comprehensive assortment of marine and wildlife products. We also provide excellent content and superior technical product information to our valued customers. But we're asking ourselves, are we engaging customers the most efficiently? First, we must understand our online customers and what they're really focusing on. Second, what do we at West Marine want to be known for? We believe we are about value, quality, selection, but do our customers agree? To understand customer behavior, we need to ask some key questions. Are we selling products at a discount that online customers are willing to pay full price for? Are customers more sensitive to price online than in stores? With SAS and IBM's digital analytics, we're able to answer these questions. Before, we didn't have the visibility into what was really driving product sales. Now we can track attributes at different levels, including the product pages, the shopping cart, and even the order confirmation page. For example, 25% of our products that view products, our visitors, look at off-price products. But 15% of the demand comes from those products. And interestingly, even just one core online review drives down sales. We talked about what we're known for. With these insights, we realized that we have the mix of quality and value we want. Our strategic direction of our web presence is clear, and we will continue to build on our core competencies. These include quality products, trusted customer service, including our reward memberships, great step-by-step videos, advice and how-to guides, but not becoming the low-cost provider. And with this information, it's going to pave our way for personalizing our site experience in the future to grow our omni-channel business. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. I mean, really appreciate what you've been doing and engaging with clients like me and really keeping me afloat out on the water. So today we've talked about the disruption and the changes being driven into our businesses, both our businesses as well as yours. We've talked about how cloud accelerates innovation, expanding the options for IT to respond and deliver using cloud and cloud technologies. So let's talk about some of the ways that IBM is managing and making our business applications more portable and more connected. You may not realize it, but in our IBM Commerce portfolio, we've made APIs available that allow you to connect Bluemix services into your commerce portfolio and really deliver higher capabilities around the applications. In 2015, we're going to make additional APIs available so that you can extend our SaaS applications even further, leveraging our ecosystems of partners like the Trilog example that we've talked about earlier. With this increased focus on integration, we're making it easier to leverage the SaaS solutions in the hybrid cloud model that you heard Jerry and Jason talk about yesterday. So we have enterprise-grade, secure, scalable applications and the flexibility that you need to integrate and deploy these solutions and really fueling the startups within your organization. So how do you bring it all together? How do you deliver the cloud, IBM Cloud in business applications? Well, first, these solutions and hundreds more just like them are available in the cloud marketplace. From SaaS applications like we've seen today to platform as a service, the infrastructure as a service, we have the broadest set of IBM solutions as well as partner services available, bar none. Second, you can try these yourselves. You can sign up for a Watson Analytics trial today and experience the capability, really groundbreaking capabilities that Thomas showed us earlier. Or you can sign up for IBM Verse or start a trial of Connections Cloud and see the value that we talked and we demonstrated to you today. Finally, we have a few sessions that we want to highlight to you around how and where you can get access and more information around cloud business applications. And we really look forward to seeing you in the Solution Expo. And if maybe you'd like to test your agility on the racing game that we have there, or better yet, really meet with one of the cloud advisors in the Cloud Experience Zone. Today, we've shared some great stories of agility and transformation, and really, from both inside and outside our customers and our clients within IBM. We've hoped that we've inspired you to make these changes and drive and take advantage of these solutions in your own business to really fuel the innovation and drive the same transformation in your own business. Thank you, and really appreciate everyone being here. Thanks for dealing with the challenges of the screen, and really thanks to all the demo and the presenters. So thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.